Hello, Journey Junkie tribe, and welcome back to the Zen Den, and welcome to your weekly yoga video. Today we are focusing on the hamstrings. We just did a video stretching our hamstrings, and I told you we would follow up with a hamstring strengthener. So that's exactly what this flow is all about, strengthening our hamstrings to support our yoga practice. I won't be using any props, but you are more than welcome to grab some to assist your personal practice. Please feel empowered to do so. Make sure you check out that hamstring stretch video. I'll leave it in the description below. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you love this video. With that said, unroll your yoga mat and let's get started. Okay, for this practice, we're starting on our backs. Make your way there. You can keep your knees bent, and we're actually going to take our feet as wide as our yoga mat and allow the knees to knock in towards the center, in towards the midline. As you do that, really feel how your lower back expands and the pelvis neutralizes. This is a wonderful centering posture to come into your experience today. Palms down by your sides, hands up. And then start to take conscious breaths here. Gently inhaling and exhaling out of the nose. I will stop talking so you can relax and center into the moment. We're here for 2 more breaths. Soak in this moment, surrender to the present. Bring the mind into the body. Last breath, big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, release. Heel toe the feet together to hip width distance. Make sure you are hip width distance, not what you think your hips are. All 4 corners of the feet are rooting down into the mat, and we're gonna work on low bridge holds. Now, when I say low bridge holds, you're barely lifting your back off the mat. Actually, it's just really your butt. So palms down by your sides, hands into the earth to help support you. Roll the shoulders down into the earth. Push into all 4 corners of the feet. And then just lift the bum. So you can gaze up here to see how high I am. I'm not high at all. We're keeping the entire mid and upper back into the earth, and we're just picking up our butt. And we're gonna hold here for about 10 breaths. The goal here is to awaken our glutes and our hamstrings. So really root down through the heel and the big toe, the pinky toe, and start to feel everything turn on. It definitely takes a little bit of time. We're really used to sitting and lying down, so our backside posterior chain doesn't like to turn on as quickly as the front side does. So just breathe here. It'll continue to become more difficult as we hold. Hug the hip points up towards the belly button. So keeping length in the lower back. Keeping the knees into the midline. 5 more breaths. And lower down, hug the knees into the chest for Apanasana. And set the feet back down, same thing. Find all four corners of your feet, palms into the earth, shoulders rooting down. On an inhale, pick up the bum. Keep the low back into the earth. Hip points coming up towards the belly button. Make space in the low back. Knees are into the midline, so the inner thighs are working here too. And we're breathing. And we're sending our breath to the hamstrings and the glutes, asking them to turn on for us. Wake up. Last breath. Lower down, release, legs into the body, Apanasana. Knees can go wide or they can come in tight. 2 breaths here. Alrighty, release the right foot down to the earth, knee bent. Left ankle crosses over the top of right knee. Hug the knee package in for figure 4. You're clasping around the back of the right thigh. Both toes are flexed, and then use the strength of your arms and your legs to bring it in towards you. Breathing into the left hip here and sending the left knee away. One more breath. Exhale to release the hands. Keep the knee package as it is, but set the right foot onto the earth. Heel in towards the bum, hands down by your side. We're working into figure 4 bridge pumps. Here we go. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Use your hamstring here. Lift. Push into the heel. Lower. Lift. And lower. 2 more. 1 more. Lower. Listen carefully. Hug the knee into the body, the left leg for Apanasana. Lower the body down. Hug the knee in tight. Shins or your hands are clasping around your left shin. And again, we're going to lift for 5. So inhale, lift, lower. You're not going to come very high here. Lift, lower. Starting to feel that glute turn on. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Last time, lift and lower. As you lower, extend the right leg straight out in front of you, coming into full Apanasana. Hugging that shin, the knee, the thigh on the left side, really tight into the body. With every inhale, you can let the leg come away from you just a moment, and then exhale, hug it in. And do that for 5 breaths. And release. Left foot comes to the ground, knee still bent. Cross the right foot over for figure 4 on the left side. Got to repeat all that. So hug the leg package into the chest, interlace the hands behind the thigh. Both feet are flexed. We use the strength of our arms to pull the legs in, but then we send the right knee away and out. Yeah? Breathe into that right hip. Lots of tension in that right hip, for me anyway. 2 more breaths. And release. Let the left foot come back down to the earth. Hands plant by your side. We're coming into figure 4 bridge pumps. On an inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower to a hover. Inhale, lift and lower and lift and lower. Last time, lift and lower. Lower all the way down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Interlace the knee tight into the ribs. And on an inhale, lift. You're not going to come high here. Inhale, lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Last time, lift and lower. Extend the left leg straight out and hug the right knee in for 5 breaths. Ardha Uttanasana. As you hold here and breathe, relax the jaw. You don't need the strength of your jaw. One more round of breath. Okay. Hug both knees into the chest, hands come behind the thighs, and start rocking forward and back until you make your way all the way up into tabletop pose. Take your time. There's no certain amount of rolls that make it right or wrong. And when you're ready, we'll meet in tabletop pose. Move through 5 breaths of cat-cow or wrist stretches, anything that you need here in this tabletop posture. Halfway there. Last breath. And come back to neutral tabletop. Here we go, really fun stuff. We're bringing all the weight into the left knee and send the right foot. You're gonna bend the right knee, flex the foot, heel towards the sky. Roll the hips down in alignment. And we're gonna pump the right heel up towards the sky for 10. So big inhale. Exhale, pump it towards the sky. Do your best to try to awaken your glute and use your hamstring. So really squeeze the hamstring here. Halfway there, breathe, breathe. Pump, pump, pump the booty. I feel like an exercise instructor right now. 3, 2, 1. Listen carefully. Exhale, knee into nose. Hug it in, use your core. Send it back. Inhale, straighten behind you. Exhale, knee into nose. We have 5. Inhale it back. Exhale. Inhale it back. Exhale. Inhale it back. And exhale. This time, inhale the leg back. Set the foot down on the earth. Toes curl under. And push back. Really stretch your calf muscle here. It should feel really, really good. 2 more breaths. Back to neutral tabletop. Other side, yeah? Okay. Extend the left leg back to start. Square the hips off. Bend the back, bend the knee. Flex the toe so the heel's going towards the sky. Again, check in with your hips. Roll it down. Inhale, breath. Exhale to start pulsing. Pulsing. Make it as small as you need to really feel your glute and your hamstring working here. Hug the belly in. Breathe. Halfway there. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, knee into nose. Inhale it back and straight now. Exhale, knee into nose. Back and straight. Exhale. Inhale it back. Exhale. Inhale it back. Last time. Exhale, hug it in. Can you touch your knee to your nose? Send it back. Put the foot on the ground and stretch your calf muscle. Push through your hands. Alrighty, back to neutral tabletop to come into downward facing dog. We're going to take our feet as wide as the mat today to stretch our hamstrings here. So as you curl the toes under, feet as wide as the mat, and we're going to hang for 5 really nice breaths here. You can feel free to hold, pedal the feet out, do anything you want here, but I really want us to stretch the hamstrings without overtaxing the lower back. So make sure you balance in that fine line of strengthening and stretching and not overtaxing, yeah? Last breath here. Bring the feet together, back of the mat. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee into the nose, and we're planting the foot, rising up for crescent pose. As you inhale and come up, make sure you're stacking the knee over the ankle. Back leg is super strong. We're lifting the hip points up towards the sky and interlace the hands behind the head here. Elbows go wide. We're going to lower the back leg for 5. So inhale, exhale, lower. We're hovering. Inhale, exhale, lower. Breathe. Come back up and lower and come up. I know these are killer. Lower and come up and lower last time and come up. Release the hands straight out in front of you for thunderbolt. You're in a 45-degree angle here. Arms are in line with the ears. Lots of strength in that front leg, and your back leg is active. Feel your hamstring lifting towards the sky. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to heart center. We're coming into Dsasana, warrior 3 with a bent leg. So gaze down, find your drishti point. Come on up, meet me in Dsasana. Warrior 3, bent leg. You're active from crown of the head to the toes. And breathe for 3. Roll your hips into alignment, hug into the midline, push down through your heel. Feel that glute. And 1, opening up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Right hand comes down to the earth. You're really close here. Start to straighten the standing leg as you roll the hips open. Again, how hard or how much can you activate the hamstring here, pushing down through the heel and then lifting away as you open for Ardha Chandrasana. We're here for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Listen carefully. Exhale down to Kundalini descent. The left hand comes back to the earth. We square the hips off and we hug the left knee behind the right knee and the left heel up towards the glute, like a flamingo thing, okay? Hold here. You can keep fingertips down or lift the hands into prayer for a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Next inhale, start to straighten the leg. Bring the left knee into the chest for standing Ardha Apanasana. I know your right leg is on fire because my entire leg is on fire. Breathe. Reset here. Ground down through the heel, rise up. 1 more breath. Big inhale. Exhale, plant the left foot by the right. As you do that, bend the knees and sweep the arms out in front of you and overhead for Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in the heels, fire up the inner thighs. 3 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale and forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back. Your version of a vinyasa. So you can just hold plank. You can lower down onto your belly, do cobra. You can go through a full vinyasa. Whatever you do, we're meeting back in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. Alrighty, inhale that left leg back and high. Exhale, knee into nose. Step it through. We're coming into crescent pose. Take your time here. So make sure the knee is over the ankle. The back leg is active as you inhale up and interlace the hands behind the head here. Big inhale, elbows go wide. Exhale, hover the knee to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. And lift and hover. One more and lift and hover. Whoo, come back up. Extend the arms straight out. Come into that 45-degree angle for thunderbolt. You might need to shorten your distance here. We hold for 3. How active can you be here? Hands come to prayer. Find that drishti point. We're coming into Digasana. So slowly make your way. Extend from crown of head to the back toes. Roll the hip down. Last breath. Make your way into half moon pose. The left hand is coming down to the earth as you're straightening the legs and opening the hips. Take your time here. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, look down. Right hand comes to the earth. Square the hips off. Kundalini descent. So right knee behind left, right heel up towards the glute. Bend the legs. We're here for 3, fingers down or hands at prayer. Next inhale, start to lift the chest. Bring the right knee into the body for Ardha Appanasana. You made it. We got through the hard part. Lift the chest, hug the knee in. Another inhale. Exhale to put the foot right by the left one. Bend the hips, lower the bum, sweep the hands forward, one big motion. Inhale up, Utkatasana. Weights in the heels, inner thighs are firing up. Shoulders are plugging down into the back. Another inhale. Another exhale. Interlace the hands, send them up towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, lower down, Ardha Appanasana. So you're sending the bum way back. You're making a back bend-like shape in the body and you're breathing. Listen carefully. Hands come to heart center here. I want you to lower your bum down as you lift your heels. Coming into toe stand. Keep the knees together. Lift the chest. Squeeze the legs here. How high can you lift your heels? Gaze forward at a drishti point. If you want to play with balance here, you're already balancing. You can bring one hand to the hip and start to extend. Bring peace fingers around the left toes and start to extend the foot out. Yeah, it's a miracle I'm holding this. And then lower down. And then you can try the other side. It's okay to fall. Falling is part of the practice. The ground's not very far. And release. 2 more breaths in toe stand. Come into your alignment here, center up, reconnect. 1 more breath. Here we go, boat pose, Navasana. You're in the perfect place. Take the knees wide, lower down in between them. Come up, boat pose. I want you to bring your hands and hug underneath your calf muscles and use this connection to pull your chest up. Breathe here. For 3, 2, 1. Send the legs straight up if you can. Release the hands and shake with me for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Hands behind the body and windshield wipe the legs from side to side. Whew. I think our hamstrings are turned on. As well as our core. Alrighty, a little bit more work here, and then we'll start relaxing some. So reverse tabletops, hands come behind the back. Feet are planted, knees are bent, hip width distance. The fingers are facing towards the top of the mat. Before we begin, push into the earth to lift the chest and roll the shoulders onto the back here. And on an inhale, we're gonna lift those hips. So here we go. Big inhale. And hold. See if you can find the strength in your hamstrings and glutes here. And lower down. And windshield wipe your legs from side to side. You have a few more rounds. Bring it back into the center. Hip width distance, push the earth away, lift the chest on an inhale, come on up. How can you disperse the action into your hamstrings and your glutes here? Turn it on. Send your breath there, send your intention there. 1 more inhale. Exhale, lower down. Again, windshield wipe from side to side. This last time you can do reverse tabletop again or reverse plank pose. So reverse plank pose, you extend the legs straight out. Same thing with the hands. You puff the chest up. You expand the chest. We lift and on an inhale come into either reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Here we go. Inhale. We're holding for 3. Lift the hips. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower down. Great job. Take a moment and just do some shoulder rolls because that's a lot of opening in the shoulders. Make sure you go the other way. Alrighty, we're coming into Upavista Konasana, wide-legged forward fold. You can come sideways on your mat like me, or if you're on some nice carpet, just stay straight on your mat. Extend the legs straight out. Toes are flexing back towards the face. We're going to really activate the legs here right now, okay? Fingertips come behind the body and just straighten the body up towards the sky. So use your fingertips to find length here as you activate the legs. Breathe. Okay. Coming into some Upavista core work. So extend the arms straight up. Keep the arms in line with your ears. Really keep the legs active. Big inhale. Exhale, lower just to where you feel like your legs can't take it. And also like you're losing the length in the spine, like you might round. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going for 10. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. You got this. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. We're halfway there. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower. 1 more time. Exhale, lower. And now completely lower. Relax. Either come down to forearms, a block, or a bolster, whatever works for you. And we're going to hold for about a minute here, okay? So enjoy. Keep your legs gently active, nothing too intense here. Toes still flexing back. This is your hip work for today, so settle in. This is your time for introspection and inward reflection. So drawing into the body. Using your breath to stay present in these still postures. As you're breathing and holding on, you can do some neck circles here. Also, if there's any other hip postures you want, no worries, you can take those. Always remembering that I'm offering variations, but you are your own teacher. About 10 more breaths. Enjoy the moment. Three more breaths. I recommend making them cleansing breaths. Last big inhale. Let it go. Actually, let's do a lion's breath here to wrap it up. So as we inhale, we'll scrunch up our face. And as we exhale, we'll open our mouth and eyes and our tongue and let it all out. So here we go. Big inhale, scrunch up your face. I hope you liked that. Okay, so from your 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Konasana, we're going to just bring the hands underneath the thighs and hug them in towards one another, coming into diamond pose. Diamond pose is like a 𝗪𝗏 𝗀𝗃 with the heels away, making this diamond-like shape. You're going to bring your hands underneath the legs to clasp the outsides of the feet. Get comfy and just round the back and let go here. 5 breaths. Next, inhale, release the right hand and bring it to the inside of the right knee and push the body away off to the left side. One more breath. Exhale, come back into diamond pose. Right hand comes underneath. This time the left hand releases. Bring it to the inside the left knee and push the body away. One of my favorite stretches. And come back through to center and completely release. Come down onto your back. Winding down our practice today. Coming into Apanasana, knees into the chest. And rocking from side to side, massaging the low back. On your next breath, take the knees all the way over to the left for a supine twist. The right arm come out. Either goal post that right arm or just let it completely stretch out to the side. Breathing all down that right side body. Next inhale, come back through to center. Use your low belly muscles to get there and take it over to the right. Being really gentle here and taking your time. And on your next inhale, bring everything back to center. Take one last moment to hug the knees in. Maybe you squeeze them in really tight and cup both elbows. And hug it in, knee towards the middle, towards the nose. Kiss your knees maybe. And extend the legs straight out, coming into Shavasana. Our resting posture, our integration posture, our surrender posture. Make any micro movements you need. And begin to let all the muscles relax. Let the body get really heavy and sink down into the earth. Allow yourself this space to integrate and align and connect. One big breath in through the nose. Let it go. And take rest. Gently begin taking deeper breaths. First feeling the belly rise and fall. Then feeling the rib cage expand. Then bringing the breath up into the heart center. And the next breath all the way up into the shoulders and the collarbone. And from there, inviting micro movements, one finger at a time. And then the toes come along with it. And the wrists and the ankles. And as you begin to awaken the body, when you're ready, inhale the arms overhead and extend the legs long out in front of you. Feeling that rebirth, that awakening, and exhale to bend the knees. Come onto your favorite side for fetal pose, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Taking a moment to practice gratitude and thanking yourself for stepping on the mat. When you're ready, using your hand to lift you up into Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Once you get there, rooting down through your sitting bones, lifting up through your spine, up through the crown of the head. Inhale the arms out to the side. Gather up the energy we've created here today. Palms come to touch overhead, and we exhale them down through heart center. And we'll just take one nice breath here to cleanse and awaken and align here on our mat and take it off our mat. So one big breath. Open those eyes. Thank you so much for joining me as always here in the Zen Den. I hope you really enjoyed that practice. Make sure you also look up the one in the description below for the hamstring stretch, the complementary sequence with this flow. We'll meet you here next week in the Zen Den. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all the things, and we'll meet you back here. Namaste.